Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bama Standard, your number one source for Alabama football and Alabama legends. And we are live right now. I'm your host, over-the-hill powerlifter and Bama grad, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a living legend, all-SEC linebacker, Marvin Constant, and senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Mr. Stephen M. Smith. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
What's going on?
Man, we're sitting on probably one of the biggest weeks of the early season. And since defense is going to be a huge key to this game, we got a man that definitely provided a lot of that. But I'm going to turn the mic over to one of the greatest hype men in the business, Stephen M. Smith. If you would, please introduce our guest.
I tell you, I had so much fun covering this cat right here. I had so much fun watching this dude every practice, every game. He kept me cracking up when I was on the field watching this dude. This dude grew to be not only one of the best corners of the Saban era, but one of the most entertaining punt returners. He had that little Walter Payton high step, putting punters to sleep and scoring on them dudes. Like, I'm telling you, one of the most exciting people I ever had the chance to cover playing Alabama football. My boy Cyrus 5, Side Jones in the building, baby. Side 5, baby. Side 5 Jones.
What's going on, brother?
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Man, glad to have you here, especially the week of the Ole Miss game. I know Marvin has been waiting to properly evaluate our team and mainly our defense. So, yeah, it's a pretty big show tonight.
Oh, no, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited about it.
Well, I can tell Marvin has a lot to say already, so we're going to go ahead and jump in.
Bro, look at his face.
We're going to go ahead and jump into his segment, Constant Chaos, where he gives his unfiltered view on Alabama and pretty much any damn thing. Marvin, what you got this week?
I had to have a conversation today with the Georgia fan.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Talking all this crap about how good Georgia is, this, that, and the third. And I had to remind them, yes, you beat Clemson 10-3, but Clemson is a pretender. Oh, my God. Come on, man. Clemson gave Georgia all this hype and all this juice thanks to a 10-3 win. Looking back at it now, did you really beat an elite team? Or did you beat a mediocre team? I think Clemson gave Georgia a little bit of extra juice that maybe they didn't quite deserve just yet. Okay, you beat South Carolina. Trash. But who have you really played yet? I think Arkansas is about to give Georgia ass all they want and then some. That's going to be the real chaos. I think Arkansas is going to cause some chaos of their own in Athens this weekend. I watched them play Texas. I watched them play Texas A&M, who are both clearly better than Clemson. Georgia, you better get ready.
But here's a question, Marvin. Are you putting money on this matchup?
I think he is.
I took the plus 18 and a half on Arkansas. Yep, sure did.
Okay.
And if you want full transparency, I took the plus 15 and a half on Ole Miss.
Okay. Well, Cyrus, man, if you would, give us your thoughts.
I ain't done yet, man.
Oh, I'm
Pete
sorry.
Golden is going to let Lane Kiffin trash his ass, and Bama going to win this game, but I don't think it's going to be by more than 5 points. Because Lane Kiffin is going to run circles around Pete's ass. So, yes, I took Ole Miss at plus 15 and a half on the same ticket with Arkansas at plus 18 and a half. And I'm not going to tell you who else I got on that ticket because then that's too much SEC love. But just know, I don't think either one of these games are going to go like everybody thinks it's going to go. I think it's going to be a lot of chaos from these two games, mainly out of Athens. But I can't say out of Tuscaloosa, it won't be just as chaotic because you put Lane Kiffin's brain against Pete Golden's brain and his whole body and his whole put it against Pete's whole career, and Lane will win that matchup 10 out of 10 times. So that offense is going to have to be on 1,000 in order for us to pull this off. Because you got to realize something. Ole Miss had an off week last week. You give Lane Kiffin 2 weeks to prepare for Alabama? I got my cognac on standby.
see, Marvin, you be creating the panic among the people, man.
Yes.
You
I
be
speak
creating
the truth. I speak the truth. I watched Ole Miss play this year. They are 10 times better than they were last year, and they gave Alabama's ass all they wanted. Now they actually have a defense. So again, I'll have my cognac on standby. I think this is the week we all finally get what we want and see Pete Golden get his ass fired. I think this is going to be Pete's last hoorah.
No, I get it. Lane Kiffin has been preparing, but has Nick Saban not preparing? Has he not circled this game on his calendar since last year? Because it doesn't set too well with him when he gets bested, and he got bested last year.
Justin, he has not been preparing for this game because he still has Pete Golding on his staff. Preparing would have been firing Pete's ass and getting a new defensive coordinator, but you didn't do that. So clearly you haven't been preparing for this game. You're giving Lane the keys to the kingdom. Because Pete Golding will not stop Lane Kiffin's offense. I don't care what you got to say about it. Pete Golding has nothing to stop Lane Kiffin. You ever watch the movie Friday? You see when Debo took Red Chain? That's what it's going to look like.
All right,
Mama
Cyrus.
gave me that
He ain't got
chain.
no faith, huh?
And Pete Golding,
He
none.
ain't got no faith.
Cyrus, look at what he did last year against Ole Miss. Look at what he did last year against Florida. Look at what he did this year against Florida. When he plays high-power offenses, the man chokes. And he chokes hard, man. Hard. And you're not going to tell me that Florida's offensive coordinator is better at calling plays than Lane Kiffin. I ain't never seen Florida offensive coordinator do this before the ball even snapped. Hell, because Lane know when he dialed it up, he dialed it up. The man is a genius at what he does. And Pete Golden is in special education. Pete Golden is a defensive coordinator with an IEP, okay? He has an IEP as a defensive coordinator. Pete needs somebody to stand beside him, put their hand on his shoulder, and walk him through what the hell he got to do, okay? Pete needs assistance. And Lane is about to assist his ass. Okay? Pete needs accommodations as a defensive coordinator. Pete needs extended time. He needs some scaffolding. He needs some chunking. Pete needs his stuff broke down for him. Pete needs somebody calling defenses for him. Lane is about to get with Pete's ass. I'm telling you now. Don't say it and tell y'all. Don't say it and tell you. Trust me, I love Alabama through and through. You see what's behind me. Because I want his shit. I did that. But Lane Kiffin about to give Pete Golden ass all he wants.
I got you. But before we get your thoughts on our defensive coordinator side,
The only hope Pete Golden got is if a bunch of us come out of retirement and go help his ass call defenses. Like, no, Pete,
Where's
don't
that
call that. That's on defense exposed, Pete, okay? It's 3rd and long. We need to bring a little bit of pressure. Keep the safety over the top, Pete, because you know it's 3rd and long, so they're going to throw to the sticks. We're not just going to leave that area of the field wide open, Pete, okay? But we need a little bit of pressure so the quarterback can get the ball out because we don't want him to have all day because our DBs can't cover all day, Pete. Okay? You got that, Pete? Because clearly he don't fucking know that.
Stephen, will you give him your inhaler?
Yeah, he needed this week. Here you go, Marvin. Take a puff. There you go. Take the puff.
Listen, man. Do y'all not understand? It was so many times against Florida when we should have been off the field on 3rd downs. I keep telling y'all this. You cannot win games if you can't get off the field on 3rd down. And against Florida, 2nd, 3rd, 4th quarter, we didn't get off the field on 3rd down. Florida was converting. That's why we went. That's why the game was won by 2 points.
Yeah, we got lucky.
We couldn't get off the field. And you're not going to tell me that Florida's offense is better than Ole Miss offense.
Yeah, we definitely had problems.
Beyond problems.
Marvin, somebody.
But I think we're going to get it. I got confidence we're going to get it fixed this week, though.
Man, I ain't got nothing till they get rid of Pete ass.
I'm betting against you.
I want to bet against me, but in reality, I like winning money. So I gotta go with the statistics and what I know is gonna win.
I feel you.
So you telling me if you had to bet $10,000 and somebody said, "Who you taking? Pete over Lane or Lane over Pete? Who you taking?"
I plead the fifth.
Because if you say Pete, I'm about to engage you on this bet right now.
I'm gonna go make my bet in private.
Yes.
Hey, I like free money now. If you really feel that way, I'm gonna bet you myself.
You know Marvin's secretly ODB from Wu-Tang Clan. Free money.
Lane Kiffin is gonna wear Pete Golding's ass out. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't. And listen. I told y'all in the Miami game. I said, but it's Miami. Wait till we play Florida. Wait till we play Ole Miss. Florida took our ass to the woodshed and back, man. Now we about to find out. I told y'all a month and a half ago that these were gonna be the two games that gonna tell if we are a pretender or if we for real. And we almost failed the test against Florida because had Jackass just handed that ball off on a 2-point conversion and they gave it with the overtime, they had the momentum. And we couldn't do nothing that second half. We couldn't do nothing past the first quarter. Our ass would probably have a loss right now.
We don't.
Exactly.
You're right, we don't. But I'm smart enough to know don't bet against Lane Kiffin. I took Ole Miss in them 15.5 points. I did do that.
Now, Cyrus, let me ask this question. Let me go back to my point I made earlier about how each coach prepares. You played under Saban, of course, and Lane Kiffin was on staff too. Who has the edge in preparation? Because Marvin's contending because Lane had this extra time off that he possibly has the edge over Coach Saban. But from your experience,
Justin, quit saying Coach Saban. It's Lane Kiffin versus Pete Golding.
Would you let the man answer my question?
Lane calls the plays at Ole Miss. Pete calls the defenses at Alabama. It ain't Lane versus Nick. It's Lane versus Pete's trash ass. And you know what? I'm going to Cabo next month. So thanks to Lane and Pete's dumb ass, I'm going to have a great Cabo trip because Lane going to make me plenty of money this week. Alabama going to win, but Alabama ain't covering 15.5 against Ole Miss. If you take 15.5 on Bama this weekend, you are an idiot. You can message me.
Hey.
And I even bet you. I'll take your money.
I ain't in all the gambling too much, but as long as we get the dub, that's all I care about.
Oh, I know we're going to win, but we ain't covering that 15.5, though.
Hey, that's all I'm interested in. The dub. What Jameis do, that's all I care about.
He's going to eat a win.
Hey, listen, I'm all about getting to this money, man. So I had to get my bets in. But only a fool would take Alabama with them 15.5 over Ole Miss. Only a fool would do that. But if you're that much of a fool, please message me and I will happily give you another wager.
It's cool. You can bet. I'm not gonna bet against
my
dogs.
I'm talking about the general public out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on. Marvin said the general public out there. Marvin said, Cyrus, not you. I mean, the other clowns.
All right.
I know we're going to win, but that 15.5, that's going to be a stretch. Just like Georgia with the 18.5 with Arkansas, it's going to be a stretch.
All right.
But here's my thing though. And I get it. This was huge for Arkansas. Why is game day in Athens versus Tuscaloosa?
Crickets. Yeah, exactly. There is no reason for that.
Unless they plan on coming back for the Texas A&M game. Is that in Tuscaloosa?
No, that's
in Cowfield. That's in Texas.
Oh, I don't know what the time they're gonna come to Tuscaloosa because Tennessee trash.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, Cyrus.
Back
when you played, man, you had the nickname of Clankerton for a reason. You locked down receivers, but you were also locked in on your assignments. You weren't going to miss a tackle, and you weren't going to be found out of position. Why is this group of DBs having a hard time with those things?
Because Pete Golden calls the defenses.
Is your name Cyrus?
But man, I mean, I really couldn't tell you, man. I'm not in the room. I'm not there. I'm not in the building. I'm not with those
Tell the
guys. So I can't
truth.
really give you an
Speak
exact
from the
answer.
heart. It's
But
okay to say Pete is terrible at his job. I do.
I'm always keeping it 100, man. But yeah, I don't really. My man a little bit more radical than me, but like I don't know whose fault it is. I mean, it's everybody's fault. I mean, that's how my approach is. Like, I'm sure that they went back, looked at the film, just how we used to do.
Hold on,
And
time out.
Saban
Time out.
called it out.
I ain't gonna give you that freebie. Hold on, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
You say it's everybody's fault. All right, so I'm gonna call it what it is. You in one-on-one coverage on the corner, you ain't got no safety help over the top, and the blitz ain't getting home, and the quarterback. Hold on.
Bruh.
Hold on.
No. You trying to get me?
Just ask my
that
question.
ain't me. That's you, bro. If I went down and broke down the film, of course I can say this and that. But I ain't. I don't know place specifics, my guy.
Can I ask my question though?
No.
You just asked your question.
Yes, about 10. He ain't
I'm
answered
trying
the
to ask
question
you a question though.
What's up?
So you in one-on-one coverage, no safety help over the top. The blitz ain't getting there, and they keep leaving you on the island by yourself. Are you not going to get frustrated?
Of course, that is a problem. That is a problem. And like I said,
hold on. But are you not going to get frustrated at some point if the quarterback has got all day to throw? Because nobody can cover all day.
Of course,
so at some point, wouldn't there be a level of frustration?
Of course.
Right, and that's what's been happening regularly though.
Yeah, then
that's why my frustration.
And I'm sure knowing the head coach that I played for, that's getting addressed.
Well, I hope so. I thought the same thing 2-3 years ago, but it ain't happened yet. So I'm still scratching my head trying to figure it out.
Hey man, I mean, hey man, I'm sure.
I want them to address.
I'm sure we're gonna see a different defense out there on Saturday.
Listen, I pray so.
I put my money on.
I talk more trash than most people you probably ever met. I bet more money than most people.
Trust me, I
don't like losing money, and I don't like not being talk trash.
Hey, so
I need them to fix this.
So, Simon, let me ask you this then, because it was you, it was Marlon, it was Eddie Jackson, it was Ron, it was all y'all. Like, what set all of y'all off? Because all of y'all playing like y'all had a whole bunch of edge on y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, what set y'all off like that?
I mean, we never really had a specific thing that set us off. Now that you name that group, I feel like everybody in that group just always had like played with a chip on their shoulder of some sort. Like, I mean, I can't name what it was specifically, but nobody in that group needed to be motivated. Everybody was self-motivated. You know what I'm saying? And like that's you can't teach that. Either you got it or you don't. Like, a coach shouldn't have to get you up for a game or whatever the case may be. Like, you should just be ready to go just because you got the opportunity. So, like, we was all dogs. We was ready to go, handle our business and then go back and chill and do whatever we had to do afterwards.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
y'all were all dogs. I give you that. Y'all amazing, awesome. But Kirby also put y'all in the right positions, right or wrong?
Yeah, for sure. We was definitely well coached and put in the right position. Not to say I ain't saying no names. I'm gonna let you do that. But my coach put us in the right position. 9 times out of 10, we was in the right position.
That's my whole point.
But I will say this though, a lot of times when we wasn't in the right position, we still got it done.
Right.
Because you know why though? Because when you a dog and you athletic, yes, you can make up for not being in the right position.
But they are too.
But when you're constantly not in the right position, it makes you think, where should I be and what should I be doing? Opposed to if you're in the right position, all you gotta do is read and react at that point.
True.
But they also had something that really isn't prevalent right now in this defense, and that was great communication amongst you guys. And that was so critical in big games like this.
Justin, great communication on the defense starts with the defensive coordinator. If the defensive coordinator is not preparing them properly, you won't have that communication. Because whether it was Kirby, whether it was Jeremy, it was great communication. When I played, it was Ellis Johnson, number 2 defense in the country. He instilled upon us great communication. If you don't have a leader instilling that in you, then that's what you get. It starts with the defensive coordinator. So if there's no great communication, we know who it starts with.
I got you.
So Marvin, where's the hashtag Fire Pete shirt? Like, you're not wearing that today.
I'm not even giving him life today. I'm not even doing that today. Nope.
Well, as we look at the Rebel offense that's coming in, they got a balanced attack with Dontario Drummond, Snoop Connor, Jerry and Ely, and Corral, of course, under center.
Snoop Connor.
Cyrus, after practicing against Kiffin, in practice every day, how do you disrupt his offense?
Well, in my opinion, you got to be able to cover sideline to sideline because he's definitely going to try to stretch you initially. That's my opinion. And try to get you just displaced, I feel like, with your zones and everything like that. Like, so you're going to have to really just try to, one, ignore all the eye candy that they try to throw at you. Two, with the motions and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And everybody just going to have to be disciplined and locked in on their assignment. Nobody can go out there and try to be a hero. Like, this is one of them games where it's though, like, you literally got to, if it's man, look at your man, like, unless it's dire need not to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and be locked in the whole play. That's all I can really say. Like, ignore the eye candy, know what you're supposed to do, know where your help is, and, hey, play ball.
You make some great points because you got to be disciplined against Lane, because what Lane does best is motion and screen game. And once he sets you that motion and screen game, you know the deep ball coming after that.
Exactly.
The moment you fall for that, you are
for sure.
So
he gonna stay disciplined with it, even if he don't work the first few times he do it, he's still gonna do it. Like, and he gonna
just to make you respect.
He literally gonna wait
step
for the
up,
one
it's
time
over.
Slip up, and it's over with. Like, they gonna see it, and it's gonna be a wrap. So, like, not giving that stuff up on film, and they gotta be willing to just ride the game and let it flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be players giving up. Like, they're not gonna be perfect, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna have to be on top of the adjustments on the sidelines and everything like that, and the communication gonna have to be A1 and on point as far as what they seeing, as far as the sets that they coming out in. Just everything like that. Communication just gonna have to be at the highest level it's been, like, obviously.
So because he's gonna hit them with some motions and some packages that's gonna throw them off balance. Lane is gonna come out with some stuff that's gonna make you think 2 or 3 times before that ball snap. That's gonna have you discombobulated. You're gonna have to rely on your keys and what you've been doing all week in practice. Because Lane gonna put you in some uncompromising position. And the moment you second guess something, that's when he takes advantage of it.
And it's gonna be stuff that you ain't seen on film too. Because of course, you already know he got stuff specifically drawn up for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, without a doubt.
So let me ask you this then, because you made a good point then, is doing your job and not playing hero ball. Because a lot of these young guys, now they feel like, well, I gotta make the play. And sometimes Kiffin gonna take advantage of that over eagerness. You want to make the play so bad that you kind of forget, let me just do my part of the play. Like, how important is that?
I mean, it's the most important. I mean, like I said, like, everybody, it's like a finger's on the hand. You know what I'm saying? The hand not going to work properly if one finger get cut off. So if one person just not just on point, don't know what he's supposed to do, or if it's just any lack or delay, like you saw, it could cost you. Like, I'm not going to say, obviously, I can't say specifics because we're not in the game yet, but, I mean, you know, why you want to have a play and be out of position, or you want to give yourself the best chance to be successful and make a stop? Like, it's just common sense. Like, just they need to be on top of their job.
But Pete is going to line them up out of position.
It starts from the top down, of course. It starts from practice and the game plan, of course. Like, no doubt. Like, so that's my 2 piece on
it. Care to add to that, Marvin?
Marvin's shaking his head.
Steve should have sent that question to Pete Golden himself. Like, listen, man. Y'all don't understand how Lane's about to put Pete on full display. If you remember last year, on the sideline when Nick was chewing Pete's ass out in the middle of the Ole Miss game. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
It was all on ESPN. Nick lit into Pete's ass in the middle of that game last year because Lane was killing him. Lane studies Pete. He knows his weaknesses. And you don't think Lane finna go for the jugular this time because he came up short last time. So this time, Lane feel like he got to go for the kill. I'm not saying he's going to win this game. By no means. Don't take it that way. What I am saying is this game is going to be a lot more competitive than people think it's going to be.
Marvin,
for sure.
I can't send that. I couldn't send that question directly to Pete because Pete only gets 2 chances to speak during the season. He only gets 2 chances.
When he says yes, sir, no, sir.
So I couldn't even send that thing over there to Pete. But to be honest, man, Cyrus, you had a crazy recruiting process, man. What went into that? Because that recruiting thing you was on was crazy.
What you necessarily referring to?
Like
something specific that you seen or read? What?
No, like your recruiting process as a whole, like you coming in here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was crazy. I felt like it was pretty normal, but that's why I was saying, like, what specifically you getting at that you felt like it was crazy?
Probably something he's seen. That X-ray
like
view.
what you saying?
I can't.
I don't know where you want me to go at.
Well, maybe it wasn't crazy. Maybe it's just me, but just talk about the recruiting process you had.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was exciting. I enjoyed it for the most part. It was cool to go visit schools and get the attention and, see my hard work paying off and all that good stuff that y'all done probably heard a million times. But other than that, I mean, it was just I knew pretty quick where I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I had visited Bama my junior year. I had came down there for A-Day. And from that point on, I mean, I had a bunch of offers already leading up to that. And like I said, once I got Bama's off and came down there and visited A-Day, like, I was like, yeah, everywhere I go after this, like, it's going to have to be either this or better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so nowhere else lived up to what I was looking for as far as, like, just everything they had to offer, like everything being intact in order. Like, literally, you can't fail unless you just go out your way not to. I mean, to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, be where you need to be on time, work hard, don't be an idiot, and just, you feel me, like, enjoy your college experience. Like, don't do the stuff that just have common sense, man. It was easy. Like, it was laid out for us. And like, that was something I feel like I couldn't pass up as a recruit. My parents loved it. The academic side, like, was all structured the way that my peoples, felt like was going to give me the best opportunity to succeed. As far as just how they had everything on track for us to graduate in 3.5 years, and stuff like that. And whatever we needed, like, all you had to do was ask for it. So, I mean, I was one of those guys where school came pretty easy, so I ain't need a whole bunch of extra help, fortunately. But like, if you needed that, like, it was all there. So, I mean, that's definitely attractive to parents and when they looking for, somewhere to send their children. Because, I mean, academics is important out here, like, because the average NFL career is short. Like, look at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I only played 4 years. So, I'm 27 years old with the rest of my life ahead of me. Like, and granted, what I'm choosing to do with the rest of my life, I didn't need a degree to do it. But, what's to say I don't do this for long and I want to get into something else or whatever have you. So you just want to give yourself, a plan B if necessary. And just, like I said, that all played a part in my decision. So Bama was the right spot for me.
And the Bama Bells helped out, huh?
Bro, hey, you messy, bro.
Hey, I was in your position before, so I'm just saying I know what it's like to,
Yeah, you're a Highlands apartment legend.
Yeah, we was in the same position for sure. So you know what's up, but that ain't for everybody. You feel me? Like,
I know. I'm just shooting the bull, bro.
But one of the things that stood out to me the most about you is you always showed up in the biggest moments in the biggest game, like against Ohio State, Ole Miss, Michigan State, man. If you would just kind of talk about what went into that, and yeah, go ahead.
Oh nah, yeah. I mean, I tried, man. You know, I wasn't perfect. You know, I tried to do my best and give it my all and all that. You know, Bama fans let me hear when I didn't do good. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
So I
promise
try.
you, bro.
I tried to not get the. I just tried to not get the ridicule as much as possible and do my thing. Like, you feel me? Like, and help and do whatever I could to help my team win.
A lot of people will never understand what it's like, man, to walk out of that stadium after a game when you messed up or you did something crazy in a game that you shouldn't have done. When you walk out of that stadium and all them fans, it's brutal if you were one of those guys now.
Oh, for sure. No doubt about it. I mean, it is what it is. Like, but a fan can be a fan. Like, I ain't never really tripped, you know what I'm saying, about fans being fans and about fans being passionate and everything about that. But like, when it got to being disrespectful and all that, like, I ain't really had no tolerance for it. Like, I'm sure like the Bama media people used to see me going back and forth with people on social media and whatnot. Like, that's just something like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're not about to say whatever you feel like you can say to me and think I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, it's just simple and plain. Like, I'm a man first. Like, you gonna respect me. Like, I don't go out my way to disrespect nobody. Like, so that's what I would demand from everybody else. So,
hey man,
respect.
I'm happy we didn't have social media when we played because Kenny Smith and Reggie Miles both.
Hey, I wish I didn't have it when I played, bro. I wish
Kenny Smith and Reggie Miles both would have been on Sports Center for saying something retarded to somebody.
Now, Si, I ain't gonna lie though. The moment where I was like, this dude gonna do something, I remember, I think Bama put you on Mike Evans, that 2013 A&M game. You remember that? They had you guard Mike Evans.
Yes.
Like you held your own. You held your own in that game.
Yeah, I grew up a lot too. He bust my ass. But no, it was good though. I mean, I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get that experience, and like, I mean, I didn't know the position really yet. Like, I was just out there, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of them moments where, as though after that, like, that was just a wake up call and a learning experience. Like, bro, like, you not where you need to be. Like, get to work. Like, I mean, he ended up being the first round draft pick, and you see what he's doing now. So, I mean, I'm glad to say, looking back on it, you know, I got a chance to go up against him and face him, you know. But no, it was a fun day, you know what I mean. Overall, like, we got the dub, so that's all I could be grateful for, you know what I'm saying. And I was just blessed to be out there and had the opportunity, like the biggest show that was going on at the time on TV. So all my peoples was there, so I was just excited about that. Like, I caught a pick, like, hey, like, it was a good day.
You know, one thing that a lot of people will never understand is that pressure, man. When you 18, 19 years old and you out there lining up against 21, 22-year-olds, they ain't asking you for your birth certificate. They ain't asking if you just got here. They could care less about that. They trying to give you that same work that they get everybody else.
For
they
sure.
Don't care.
Oh, yeah, nah. I mean, and you can't care neither. I mean, it is what it is. Like, every dog have his day, you feel me? Like, you gotta take them bumps in the road, just learn from them and get better.
Trust me, as my started as a redshirt freshman on the other side of the ball one game, here Jamal Lewis, Travis Henry, Cedric Wilson, Dante Stallworth. You think they were asking me for any of my credentials? Yeah, nah, them boys out there for blood. You gonna get some or you finna get got?
Hold on.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna lie. Cyrus, you sounded like Kendrick Lamar right now, but I'm gonna back off the Kendrick Lamar point.
Hey, hold on real quick. Give me a quick second, fella.
Marvin, I gotta bring something up, man. I was talking to Rashad Johnson last night, and I was voicing my concerns on Pete Golding as well. And he completely went a different direction. He said, man, y'all need to let Pete live. He's one of the best coordinators in the game right now. Y'all have to face it. People aren't holding offenses under 20 points a game anymore. Things have changed. So I heard that from Rashad. I was blown away. So I was curious to hear what your thought was on that statement.
Here we go. Go ahead, Marvin. Get in. Page you, Marvin.
Hold up. Repeat that question for me.
Okay, no, I was talking with.
I think I missed the gist of what you said.
All right, I'll back up. No, last night I was talking to Rashad Johnson. He has his show as well.
Yeah.
And I was voicing my concerns about the defense, mainly Pete Golden. And he said something completely opposite of what I expected. He said, you got to let Pete Golden live. You got to understand he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the game right now. And you also have to understand nobody's holding anybody under 20 points a game anymore.
Can I tell you something, Justin?
Yeah.
Georgia's doing it. Arkansas is doing it. Oregon's doing it. Arkansas did it against Texas A&M and Texas. Oregon did it against Ohio State. Georgia did it against Clemson. Oh, it's being done. If you call the defense the way they're supposed to be damn called.
Cyrus?
I mean, of course it all go hand in hand, but I feel like it's relative. Definitely who you playing against. So I mean, we only 3 games in, so and only really, I mean, what you gonna say, two games in as far as the opponents being respectable.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, so we gonna see. I mean, I feel like they're gonna continue to improve, and I mean, I feel like this is gonna be the game where they don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either show up or, you know what I'm saying. I feel like they're gonna get embarrassed, like my dog saying. But just because that's this type of offense and that's this type of coordinator that they're going up against and the caliber of play calling that they're going to see. So, I mean, they don't have a choice but to improve. But, I mean, as far as what Rashad said, I mean, I definitely feel like just the way that the game is going down and the play calling and how up pace it is and how much of a, you know, spread out vertical attack teams have and everything like that and how they try to just get their playmakers in space. That definitely plays a part in defenses, I guess, productivity, in my opinion.
Well, hold on. Justin, you know me. You know several of my friends are college defensive coordinators, college position coaches, and NFL position coaches. You know this.
Yeah.
And I've talked to all of them on a regular basis. And the consensus has been, I'm not going to name no names, has been that Pete is trash amongst all of them. They all say the same thing that I say. They all say that Pete is horrible at his job, that he is not prepared for his job, and that his resume prior to this job was not one that should have supported him getting this job. And they don't understand how he even got this job.
Right. The interview, man, he talked his way in. But anyway.
But you know what though, Steve? Sometimes when you talking to that pretty girl, you think that's what you want, and then you take on a date and she run that checkup and you realize you out of your league.
Yeah. Right. Thankfully, that has not happened to me. But getting back to Cy over here, Cy, bro. So when you come to Bama as an athlete, you don't have a defined position, and then you get put in a defined spot. Like, how long does it take for you to learn that? Especially when you're coming from a high school where you played everywhere, you didn't have like a set spot.
Yeah. I mean, initially, I had always looked at myself as somebody who wanted the ball in his hands. Like, so, I mean, while I played everything and I was definitely successful at corner, like it was my decision to play receiver at first. So it wasn't like Coach Saban like told me that's where I had to start off or whatever. Right. And I'm pretty sure he wanted me to play corner first.
For
sure. So, so I don't know how disappointed he was when I told him that I wanted to play receiver, but I mean he was open to letting me, you know, go that route first and seeing how it went. But I mean honestly, I felt like it should have went way better than it did. Like I don't know, like I felt like I mean if somebody like Lane was the offensive coordinator when I was there, like when I first came in, maybe I'd have stayed on the offensive side. Just because of how he calls his plays, like the type of receiver I was, like more so in the slot, like doing a lot of them things. Like I felt like it would have been more my style of offense. So it ain't work out with Doug Nussmeier for whatever reason. Like that's another conversation. But yeah, I mean it all worked out how I was supposed to. I feel like, you know, I mean,
no doubt,
it's definitely tough, you know, to make that transition. But I mean, if you can handle it, if you feel like he gave me the chance to decide. So it wasn't like I said, he always gave me a choice in the matter. So like he asked me would I be willing to do it. for the springtime when we were losing like D. Milner and whatever corners were we losing at the time.
Like
I think
Dion Blue, like
Dion Blue was
Dion.
probably, yeah, something like and it was just an experiment, like for the springtime. And he was like, if you don't like it or it don't work out, you can always go back to receiver. So I was like, cool, like whatever I can do to get on the field the quickest, like I'm with it. Like let me go play corner, and like self-explanatory. Look how it ended up. Like it all worked out. I learned the defense quick, and like I said, here we are.
Because I always felt like you and Eddie Jackson were supposed to be receivers. I always felt like you and Bo Jack were supposed to be wide receivers.
Oh, we were wide receivers. I think that's why me and Eddie both had such good ball skills and stuff like that. Just because, and why we ended up being good punt returners, just because we was already used to having the ball in our hand. We were comfortable with it, and like I said, it just came natural.
So are you ready to tell these people I taught you everything you know about returning punts yet?
Keep it low, like you said.
Like, nah.
That's a no.
Hey man, I can't give you that honor.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. So, in college, my roommate was Freddie Millen. So, Freddie used to return punts, him and AC. Man, I called myself and go down there with them one day trying to catch a punt out that jug machine. Man, that ball beat me up so bad, I went right back over there to the linebackers and see, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Hey man, people don't know how.
I don't know how y'all catch that ball with people running down on y'all. It was just me and the ball beat me up, and I'm like, how y'all do this?
Because Eddie Jackson used to do this. I used to watch Eddie. Bo Jack used to sit there. He would have himself in position. He would look up for the ball. Then he would look at the wedge being set up. Then he would look back up, look at the wedge, and then catch the ball and go.
Listen,
yeah,
man,
you
that
got.
ball.
I mean, the good returners can check and look and look and all and do all that. I mean, it's definitely, you can't teach it really, honest. It's just got to be a feel thing. Like either you can do it or you can't. Like that's why.
Hey, man.
Once you find a good one and somebody who can do it and you can trust them, like that's why you see him do it for a long time.
That was no defense, and that ball beat me up. I looked retarded out there trying to catch that ball. I nice and politely put my helmet back on, went right back over there. I don't know how y'all do it. Blessings to you, but yeah, this ain't.
Hey, yeah, they love you when you're doing it good, but when you drop one, man, you the worst.
They killing you then. They killing you then.
You the worst dude in the world when you drop one. They love you when you scoring touchdowns, though.
But how do you catch that ball with somebody 1 foot in front of you, and you got two people running down, and you still catch that ball and you don't drop it? Again, I couldn't catch it on air with nobody coming down.
Hey, practice, man. I don't know. It's just reps. Reps.
Man,
that's
if
all
I
I
did
can
that
say.
100 times,
and I mean, you gotta have
ball
natural
100
hands.
times.
Like,
could be you.
You definitely gotta have natural hands though, and be able to catch. So maybe you just can't catch.
Well, I played linebacker. I didn't have to catch. All I had to do was tackle.
Exactly. So you all good. You wasn't even supposed to be down there in the first place. I think you just wanted to get beat up.
Nah, I just said it looked like fun. Let me go try it. Didn't go so well. Didn't go so well.
Hey,
to piggyback off all this, Cyrus, I consider you to be on the Mount Rushmore of kick returners and punt returners. When you look at JoJo Earl and you look at Jamison Williams, man, what do you like about those guys? And where do you see their role in the return game?
Oh man, both of them guys super explosive. You know what I'm saying? And definitely when they get the ball in the hand, it's a possibility for a big play. So I mean, they both natural ball carriers, like I said. So I mean, it's just using that instinct first and foremost, possessing the ball and taking care of the ball and just doing what they do, man. I mean, returning is not that hard as far as explaining what to do. I mean, coaches got to be able to trust you. Yeah, take care of the ball, catch the ball, of course. Like, the coaches got to be able to trust you. And then once they trust you, I mean, and you back there and you comfortable, just do what you do. The coaches put you back there for a reason because they feel like, that you can be a threat. Like, it's simple as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go do that. So, I mean, we play
Besides,
for
Hey,
us.
Steve,
go ahead.
Steve, you ever seen that movie Lucas?
No.
Where he got them big glasses on and he catch that ball in the end zone?
Yeah. I got you. Hey, Cyrus, for real though, but for real, it ain't hard like you said. But how much did you go off on, folks, when you have a good return and there's a block in the back call?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really that type of dude, bro. Honestly, like, I mean, of course I'm pissed and whatnot, but I mean, I ain't like the type to go cuss nobody out or nothing like that. I mean, because I done had my fair share of moments where somebody could have said I did something to screw up some, or I had my fair share of, bad plays as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, we gonna get the next one. Like, that's how I was all the time. Like, play to get the next one. I wasn't really into, like, trying to embarrass guys and all that type of shit. Like,
You
excuse my
can't.
language.
That's bad karma because when you
Yeah,
do
that's
that, it's
not,
gonna
that's
come
not,
back on you.
yeah, so, like, I mean, where go look at it on film and just try to correct it. Like, that's all I would say.
One thing I got to bring up, one of my biggest concerns going to this game is our offense not having an identity. There's inconsistent play at receiver. The minute our running game gets going, Bill O'Brien abandons it. There's mental errors, etc. It causes me to question, guys, can we really go blow for blow with Ole Miss?
You don't want my answer.
I think there's an opportunity because I go back to over the weekend and we saw some balance over the weekend. Like, I know it's Southern Miss. I get it, Marvin, Southern Miss, but still, you still were able to run the ball. Bryce still had 5 touchdowns. Probably should have had 6. Jameson kind of bobbled the ball there. DB got the pick. Kind of weird play there, but you saw some balance last week, which was very important. It was needed. And you also saw a couple of guys on the offensive line, i.e. Javion Cohan, grew up last week. Because Cohan got beat on the play, came back, made up for it. So you saw some guys grow up a little bit last week.
So what you think about, man? Do you think we can go blow for blow with Ole Miss?
I don't really know. That's a tough question. I mean, I feel like we shouldn't even have to go blow for blow. I feel like we should just come out and be physically dominant, whereas though they fray away from the style of play that they like to do. I mean, that's what I'm hoping we come out there and do and just hit them in the mouth, hopefully. That's my, easy solution to that type of style of play. But, I mean, as far as the balance
We all
on
hope
offense,
we
I
win
mean,
the
I feel
lottery
like,
too, but that don't mean it's gonna happen.
huh?
Say we all hope we're gonna win the lottery too, but that don't happen. Pete Goldman over there. Pete is over there.
Hey, you ain't about to hear me get on here and you feel me? Say I ain't confident in the guys, man. Like, it is what it is. But I feel like I'm confident in our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I love what he's doing. Like, he
doing his thing. He doing his thing.
He holding his own out there and more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he controlling everything. He definitely poised and I feel like he can handle any type of situation that comes at him. Like, because he seemed like you can already tell, like, he really understand what he's supposed to do. Like, he confident in his ability and he not scared to, take risk at times. You feel me? So I feel like that's going to be important, like, especially in the big games. Like, you can't be scared to, go after it on sometimes. Like, you can't just take the easy dump downs or the easy throws. Like, you're going to have to make those tougher throws in some instances in the game because that's what's going to get us over the hump at times. And I feel like we got the playmakers to get it done. You feel me? That's going to have his back and make the catches. So
I have 1,000% confidence in our offense. I'm not worried about them. Not at all. Not the least bit. But when it comes to Pete,
for sure.
Zero.
Nah, Si, this is a serious question though. You talk about the quarterback. You played with Blake Sims. That's the homie right there. You played with Blake. You played with Big Six. Does Blake get the credit that he rightfully deserves at times for what he did in 14?
Hell no.
You're right. You were absolutely right on that.
No, he
Because
don't.
I feel
if you want,
hold
hold
he.
on. Time out. Do you want the unfiltered truth on this matter?
And we already know why it is, unfortunately.
We can go back to
I'm gonna let my
Andrews out
dog.
in '99, where we should have won the national championship. That we beat Florida twice that year, won the SEC championship. You can look at Jalen Hurts. You can look at Blake. Did any of the three get the credit they deserve?
No, not at all.
No.
Blake broke every record and set every record in the book. I mean, he was the
He
OG.
did.
And we all know why the three of them didn't get the credit they deserve.
I feel you.
No
on that.
argument there, buddy.
You got that right.
That's why I wanted to ask that question, because it's like people skip over Blake a lot. Like they skip over that dude, and
You really can.
that dude literally, like I
Blake
watched
was
Blake.
the truth, man.
I watched Blake at LSU in
Blake
14.
Blake
was
the truth, man.
I watched Blake against
Hold on,
Missouri.
Steve. Hold on, Steve. Let me break something down for you, though. You go back to Andrews out. We win the SEC championship. We should have won the national championship that year. That next year they come back what? Talking about a quarterback controversy. You
Yep.
look at Blake. They start talking about Coker. Should have been a quarterback controversy. You look at Jalen. It's Tua. It's a quarterback controversy. Every time it's one of who we know what we're talking about here. It's always a quarterback controversy. It's always some BS. Why not just give them the credit they deserve for what they did on the field and move on with your lives? My God.
There you go. And got the church say amen. Say amen.
Because I mean, you think about it. Do you ever hear anybody talk about Andrews out and all the passing records that Zal broke when he was at Alabama?
No.
Do they talk about Blake and the records that Blake broke?
No. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's like they want to watch them from the history. For what? Because they black. This is kind of what it is.
And one of the things that I always admired about Andrew Zal was, despite what was going on, he was always on the sideline cheering everybody on. He wasn't complaining. He wasn't bringing attention to himself. He was a true leader. And that's one of the reasons why I loved him as a player.
Number 3 team in the country, SEC champion. Why the hell do we have a quarterback controversy?
Right.
Again, it's always something. It's always something. Like, you scared to let the black quarterback shine? It's okay for him to shine at every other position. But when he's at quarterback, it's a problem. I
feel you. Well,
I said it.
Go find Marvin.
We are coming up towards the end of our show, but I cannot bring this to a close, Cyrus, without you talking about your game against Michigan State. It's a game that we all remember well. You dominated in every.
You broke up a little bit. I know you said Michigan State.
To Alabama
Let's go
fans,
back and recap.
Yeah, brother, because to Alabama fans, that was probably your most memorable game where you just dominated in every aspect. So if you would, man, touch on that.
No, man. I mean, I ain't really do nothing different than what I always did. You know what I'm saying? Just try to practice hard. I knew it was big stage, big game, big opportunity for us. You know what I'm saying? To get done what we didn't get done the year before. And like I said, anytime people always ask me, how many national championships that you have, I say 2, but I'm not even happy with saying that I got 2, because honestly, it is the honest to God truth. I should have had 4 the whole time I was there. Like, we should have won every year. And that's how we always carried it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I feel like that's why, they continue to have the success that we have, just because that's how we look at it. I mean, it's national championship or bust, you know what I'm saying, at all times. And people can like it or not like it. It is what it is. But, like, I just tried to come out and do my job. And I knew my job on return was to go out and make a big play for the team. And I knew that's what I should be doing, because I had the tools to do that. So that's what I went out and did. And as far as just the defensive play, man, I just tried to always be consistent as I could. and that's what that play was. Just me being consistent. It was a normal cover 2 drop, nothing I didn't do 100 times before. You know what I'm saying? And quarterback just ended up throwing it right to me that play. So I just made the plays when they came to me. I never tried to go out and try to be, Superman or nothing like that. I just try to prepare and do the right thing and let my athleticism and my play speak for itself when I got the chance. So
Absolutely, man.
yeah.
Well, let's move to our closing segment. Marvin, if you would kind of take over and talk to us about 40 Plus Strong, how it's going, how we can get our hands on your book, and all the good things that are going on right now.
Hey, you want a copy? 40PLUSSTRONG.com, 40plusstrong.com. I mean, the book, the book is doing what the book does. We'll actually be going out on the road here pretty soon to some spots in Alabama, take this thing out on the road, mingle with the people, interact with them, and let them know what it really is, what's really going on. Because again, just because you're in your 40s doesn't mean you can't be fit. Doesn't mean you can't still own that body that you want to own. Doesn't mean you have to be fat, out of shape, sluggish, on your couch and struggling. It's not what 40 means. It just means you're getting older. You just redefine the way you approach your fitness goals, the way you approach your workouts. And once you understand that process, you'll get the results you desire. So it's more of a way of thinking, a mindset with the workouts that support that mindset to get you to your desired end result.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you speaking on that. Cyrus, man, if you would, talk to us a little bit about what you got going on with your real estate. This is your opportunity to blow up what you're doing, man. We're big supporters of that. So tell the people all about what you do.
No, man, I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Georgia. So, I feel like, real estate is the best way out here to, build generational wealth. It's one of the best and most stable investments that you could possibly make. And I feel like it's one of those things a lot of people really don't know a lot about. I know they hear a lot about it, but they really don't know too much about it. And how easy it is, you know what I'm saying, for the average person to buy real estate too. You don't have to have a lot of money to be a homeowner. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So, my goal is to, help as many people as I can, especially, first-time home buyers. Like I said, because that's one of the keys in, being financially stable in this country. And just being able to set yourself up possibly for, as much financial freedom and generational wealth as possible, like I said. So, anybody, looking to sell, buy, or invest or anything in the Atlanta, metro area, then you know what I'm saying.
You in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
We gotta pull up. I'm in Atlanta, man. We gotta.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We definitely got. Yeah, we gotta get together this Saturday then. Where you watching the game at?
I was thinking about going to Red Pepper in Buckhead.
All right. Yeah, we gonna off screen. But yeah.
Not going to Red Pepper. I'm going somewhere else. All right,
yeah. But no, definitely, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying. Don't be intimidated about real estate. Ask questions. I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying. Anything you need. It's really just about educating yourself and being aware and just putting yourself in position. Like it's a lot easier than people think. So, just like I said, ask the questions, reach out to your local real estate agent or myself, anybody you know, and definitely just educate yourself on. You can reach me. My email is cyrusjonesjr@kw.com. My Instagram is cyrusjonesjr.atl. And my Facebook is Cyrus Jones also. And the direct link to that is facebook.com/cyrusjones.atl. So
That's what's up.
You can reach me all those places. And like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you need anything on the real estate side in Georgia, Cyrus Jones is your guy for sure. And I'll get it done for you. No problem.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Before I announce next week's guests, and they are big, I want us to go around the room and give a prediction of the game this weekend. Stephen M. Smith, if you would, start us off.
I've been fighting this one for 2 days. Really been fighting this for 2 days. Let me go 38-28 Bama. 38-28. 10.
Cyrus, what about you, man?
Well, I gotta be second, bro.
All right, I'll let you go last. Marvin, go ahead.
I'm going 52-48 Bama.
Ooh.
52-48.
Yeah, you're up.
I'm gonna go 42-37 Bama.
Ooh, under the spread. Okay, I got you. Hey, yeah, remember the audience, Waylon said, I've been looking for in Atlanta for a condo or a penthouse. Now I know who to
Hey,
contact. I'll hit you soon, Cyrus.
I'm here, man. Reach out. Again, Cyrus Jones Jr. At kw.com, or you can directly reach me at my Instagram, CyrusJonesJr.atl.
Junior.
In those ways, we can set something up. So anyone out there.
All right. And next week, I got to bring some dynamic people into the building, and they happen to be from Marvin Constant's 99 SEC championship team. Two of these gentlemen are responsible for winning that championship. One we're very familiar with. He's been on our show. Mr. A.C. Carter is returning. The other is someone that nobody said I could ever get. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Freddie Millens. So tune in next week, guys. We got a good one. Cyrus, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I definitely appreciate your time and everything you did for the Crimson Tide, brother.
Baddest corner in the game. Baddest corner in the game.
Hey, man. I'm glad you think so, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You're probably the only one that feel like that, bro. So all hell to you. You feel me? Like, much respect. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on, bro. No.
Yes, sir. And roll Tide, everybody.
For sure. Roll Tide. Y'all stay safe.
Roll Tide.